What's up, JR Garage? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are having an awesome day. Today's video has been highly requested. So many of you guys have been wondering, how is the Model 3 holding up? As you guys know, we have one of the higher or highest mileage Tesla Model 3s. We drive this thing all the time. We got it delivered fairly early for being on the East Coast, especially. Definitely, I think the first one on the East Coast. So we got it back in what, January? We've had it for a long time now. And this is gonna be the 10,000 mile ownership review. It actually has 12,894, but 10,000 looks better for a title. So that's what we're calling it, but we have driven this thing everywhere along the East Coast, many road trips, putting it to the test, putting it through its paces, making a ton of fun videos with it, sharing it with others, really enjoying it. So Christian, how has it been? Let's get into this
let's talk about how it's held up. So this is also a very important video for me to make because I know that there were hundreds of thousands of reservations placed for the car, and not hundreds of thousands have been delivered yet. That means some of you guys are still waiting on your car, thinking about getting the order ready to go. Maybe you're waiting for that last variant of the car, the $35,000 base model. And yeah, so we'd love to offer some insight into the car.
And as you guys know, we are huge Tesla nuts. This is we have 3 Teslas now, 4 and 5 on order. But Tesla Model X P90D Ludicrous, that's our crazy fast 7-seater tow rig, whatever you want to call it. That car has held up great. I think almost 50,000 miles on that car. Comment down below if you want an ownership review on that one. We also just took delivery of the Model 3 Performance dual motor. Check out that video if you haven't seen already. Holy moly, that car, we've only put like 500 miles on it, but it has been the most amazing 500 miles. So we will surely do some more videos with that. Actually, the video after next video is gonna be all about Model 3 Performance, putting it to the test, racing it against our other Teslas. So that's coming in 2 videos. Next video will actually be about the Ferrari F430. We got some modifications coming, maybe black wheels, maybe some tint, maybe a few other things. So don't miss that. That's coming in a couple days. But anyway, Model 3 Performance is coming after that. So as for this car, it is a rear-wheel drive base model, kind of. It's not a performance, not a dual motor. This was a very early car like we mentioned. So how is it holding up? As you guys know, we made the video, the 5 things we hate, dislike about the Model 3 right when we got it. And those were some valid concerns and dislikes. I mean, talk about the autopilot and speeding it up and slowing it down. Like, you had to click these pluses and minuses while you're driving. It made no sense. We really did not like that at all. And then of course Tesla comes out with an update like they always do. They love fixing their problems with updates. That's what's so amazing with Teslas. But now that it's just on the scroll wheel. Yes. Brilliant, simple. I can keep my eyes on the road, mess with the scroll tab, and this car will speed up and slow down. That
is a big plus. Of course, the over-the-air updates. Other cars do updates, software updates, but you gotta go into the dealer. I think like all the time, at least always in the past, you've had to go into the dealer if there even was an update.
And speaking of other things that we disliked, one of them was the whole thing about there being one screen. We feel like you either love it or you hate it, or it kind of grows on you or whatever. But as for us, we were kind of open to it. We're like, this is interesting, but it was a little weird when we first took delivery of the car. I mean, you're driving, you know, you look down and there is no gauge cluster. There's no heads-up display because everything is over here. So we're like, are we gonna be able to get used to this? And after 12,800 miles, I'd say we've pretty much gotten used to it. But also keep in mind, with us having over a dozen cars, just constantly switching back and forth, still the little frivolous little things like folding in the mirrors or turning on the window wipers or stuff like that, I still have to go, okay, wait, where's the glove box, and like go through all the And if it's your only car, you'll get the hang of it really quick.
That's
it's just
true.
going from car to car to car to car to car to car. It gets a little confusing for us, but we basically have it down.
On that note, one thing that we've been hearing about is how even going from Tesla to Tesla, you'd think it'd be super similar. You could do those with your eyes closed, but the Model X and the Model 3 are a lot different. This has a landscape display, the other one's portrait. It sounds like they have received some good feedback on the Tesla Model 3 user interface in particular, and so it sounds like they're going to be trying to work this into the new Model X's and S's, maybe even not by an over-the-air software update, or maybe just any next model year of a Model S or X. So.
All right, so let's talk some numbers, let's talk options, let's talk value. What do we think after 12,000 miles? So as you guys know, we optioned this with literally like every single option. It was just under $60,000 sticker price. I think everything was necessary. I think we spec this car really nicely, like the premium package and all the leather, and then the nicer sound system, which is amazing, by the way. The sound system, it's like a massive sound bar up there. Really, our friends always love playing whatever song they want on demand. Remember, guys, if you don't know already, there's like thousands, millions of songs like in this car are just free, unlimited. You can play whatever song you want. You just tell it to play it and it'll play it. So that's really awesome. And then the red we went with. So red is awesome. It's held up really nicely, really cool color. But man, now that we have the blue performance Model 3, blue definitely takes the cake in our opinion. But red is still nice. And then just in our opinion, the silver, white, and black are okay, but they're just a little boring. We just want something that'll pop a little bit.
And then the blue over white takes the cake for all cars like ever, all time, if you ask me.
Exactly.
I'm so happy with that. You already know that.
And speaking of the performance and speaking of value, hands down, in our opinion, the best value that Tesla is going on right now for the next 10 days. If you guys have been watching our channel, you would know we've been talking about this nonstop. Tesla introduced this program for the Model 3 Performance that if you buy by September 16th using our special referral code, which will be linked down below, they will include free supercharging for life on the car. That is huge. You guys got to understand, Model 3s, they don't include free supercharging like the S and X if you use our referral code, also linked down below. This car, we've been paying for supercharging so much, and it's just such a, it just hurts knowing that when you plug it in, you know, you're paying something, it's not that much money, it's like 10 bucks, whatever, but that really, really adds up over time and over hundreds of thousands of miles, which would be free.
And nothing beats going over to our blue Model 3 Performance and getting to just plug in and not free. Don't even have to worry about it.
That's a huge value that you're getting for free, again, within the next 10 days. So if you guys are considering a Tesla, considering a Model 3 Performance, we say 100% the name of the game. And the performance is insane. Like we said, we're going to follow this up with a future video, but the acceleration is mental.
Yes, even if you're interested in any Tesla, I would say look very hard at the Model 3 Performance. It comes in like right at the base price, I think, of a Model S, or maybe even still less than the base price of a Model S, and you get the performance, the newest, you know, kind of layout and some of the newest features.
The range, 310 miles, which by the way is mandatory for our lifestyle. We go road tripping all the time, so that's been great in this car. But on the Model 3 Performance, that's been great as well, because our Model X goes 227 now or something, 230.
That's true. The base on the Model S will not go that far. So really, the Model S is only if you're really about the larger sedan, longer car, longer wheelbase.
Well, it's amazing. It's like it's not even that much bigger. You got the front here, you got the trunk. Yeah, it's a little smaller back here. You guys see me trying to fit in the back. Not that good. But like you said, now's the time to do it, especially in this year, because you guys get a $7,500 tax credit incentive when buying an electric car. So you get an additional $7,500 off, which is going away at the end of this year. It's no longer going to be $7,500.
There goes
there's another Model 3.
Model 3.
By the way, they're everywhere. We were so unique a few months back. Everyone was stopping us, but now they're a little more dime a dozen.
But actually, I was surprised somebody driving next to me down the highway the other day was like getting my attention driving.
Taking pictures and stuff. Now's the time to do it within this year, within the next 10 days. If anyone you know, friends, family, wants to do that, our referral code will be linked. And if you guys end up getting a car while using our referral code, we will give you guys the extended offer to come drive our Roadster, our Tesla Roadster, when it arrives in 2-3 years, whatever it is, the fastest car in the world. You can drive that as a way of saying thank you, because you guys help us. You help us get that car earlier, and a better deal on it. So we really appreciate it. So,
and one last time, this isn't just for Model 3 performances, but it is also for Model S's and X's. So just let us know if you have any questions on any of the cars.
Oh yeah,
we can definitely help answer those. We want to help answer those.
Yes, our email is right here, guys, jrgarage22@gmail.com. Message us with any questions. If you're a potential buyer, you have some questions about the order process, you're debating Model 3 Performance versus Model 3 Base.
Yep.
By the way, we are coming out with a video comparing them in depth, so that's coming.
Side by side.
We'll be happy to answer any questions. Like, we get a lot of emails, like 2 earlier today, just people wondering which to go with. They got some questions speccing their car, and we've been able to be really helpful. So feel free to email us. We're very open to it. We love helping others with their order process and things.
So 13,000 miles later, how is this car holding up, and how is it maybe holding up compared to another new car at 13,000 miles? So first and foremost, a Tesla kind of usual, something that's a little known about Tesla, unfortunately, is their maybe fit and finish body panel gap, kind of a little bit of quality control is still
Yikes.
getting there. But
so on this car in particular, we're not too like attentive to those like little minor things, like little body gaps and panels, but like we showed this to one of our buddies who's kind of big on that, and he's like, dude, like, look at this, your hood is so bad. And we're like, oh geez, now that you mention it, it's pretty bad. I'll show it right now. Like, it's terrible alignment on the hood, at least, and there's little bits around the other car. The doors don't line up. It's like, you're spending a lot of money. This is equivalent to Mercedes and BMW, and you know these gaps and stuff aren't going to be there on those cars, so it's a little frustrating with that. But otherwise, like, the interior has held up really nicely. I mean, all the Alcantara, the leather. And real quick on the wear and tear subject, the piano black trim pieces in the middle, like we mentioned in a previous video, those are very prone to little scratches, just things bumping up against them and getting nicked up. So definitely you're gonna want to clear bra those parts. And we've noticed some scratches where you put the key card down to quote unquote start the car. Same with the door, where you put the key card up to get into the vehicle, lock and unlock it. Now most of you guys would be using your phone, but if you are using the key card, that will scratch up and down that kind of door sill. So you'll notice some scrapes there over time. One thing that I didn't really realize when we first got this car about the interior were the door mechanisms and buttons. So yeah, they're cool. Like, you hit this electronic door button, it pops out, especially the way they open it. It's really cool. But when it comes to people who have no idea about this car, friends, family, whatever, they can't even get in the car. They're like, how does this work? And we're like, no, you just push it back and then you pull it out.
that outer door handle, yeah.
To get in, they don't know that. And
the
like,
inner
okay,
door
great.
handle, they think they're trapped in there. They think we need to let them out from the screen or something.
Yeah, and then they don't know how to get out. They immediately go straight for the latch lever, the manual mechanism, which is an emergency escape only, and you're not supposed to use it. Tesla's like, do not use it, use the button, blah, 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 blah.
Yep,
But
only for when the
goes
battery is totally dead. We're like, no, stop. Tesla tells us not to do that. Up here, it's just a little line, so I mean, I guess you have to know.
It blends in too much. That's the problem. So legit, every time I have somebody in that seat, I have to tell them, hit the button, hit the button, hit the button. It's really annoying. So hopefully they update it with something to make it a little more obvious or something. But I have noticed that's been a problem. But yeah, everything else is holding up really nicely, I'd say. Even the tires, like the stock Continental tires that come on here, tons of life left. And we've been, you know, putting these around the corners and accelerating quite a bit, and that's a great sign. Brakes, of course, brake life with regenerative braking.
Yeah.
Heck, you're not going to need to touch those in a long time.
So let's compare it to another car. Your other brand new car, you would have done the oil change once or probably twice by now. That first oil change is at an earlier interval, and then that second one probably gets done by about 11, 12, 13,000 miles. So no oil changes.
And other little things, plus gas in those miles, like you're talking well over $1,000 for an equivalent BMW or Mercedes that you're already out of pocket for these mileage that cost us nothing. We're in the car, nothing after 13,000 miles. Nothing has broken, nothing's been repaired under warranty because nothing's gone wrong.
I hear no loose ball joints or steering, you know, tie rod ends or anything. Jeez. Man, this car could use some sports
and that's
seats.
Nothing.
Maybe that's
kind
it.
of swing around.
The Model 3, even the performance doesn't add too much bolstering?
No bolstering, but the seats are updated and they're more comfy. So look at this. And the traction control systems are so good. They let you get, like you heard it chirp, chirp, chirp a little bit, but not too much.
And then once it straightens out, then it really rips.
So in conclusion, after 12,000 miles, this car has been fantastic.
But would we do it all over again?
If the Performance Model 3 dual motor was available when this car was available, we would have gone for the Performance every day of the week, 100%. But that's not the case. This one became available first, and we had 2 allocation slots, actually 3, but 2, and we said, okay, we'll get 1 now and 1 later. So that's the route we went. Couldn't be happier with it. We're very satisfied, but with the Performance one,
yes, you guys do have that opportunity to go for the Performance right off the bat. I think that, you know, that car will be so relevant performance specs wise for a long time to come. 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. I mean, there's no car in its class that might even get there anytime soon. I don't know.
3.1, 3.2, that's equivalent to our Model X P90D Ludicrous, which was like $160,000 for half the price. So the Performance just adds to this platform, takes the already amazing platform and just adds the sport version to it. The beefed up suspension, the bigger brakes, the bigger wheels, the sport tires, the carbon fiber spoiler, the dual motors. You get a lot of benefits. It just takes this car to the next level. Like I said before, the additional costs, the value with free supercharging if you order within the next 10 days is gonna, you know, eliminate a lot of that, depending on how much you drive, especially long term. If you're gonna keep the car, makes a lot of sense.
Which
so
we'll be keeping our Performance for
long time,
as long as we can, probably.
Awesome. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below your thoughts on the Model 3. Do you own one? Do you have one on order? We want to hear all that good stuff. And like we said, email us at any time, jrgarage22@gmail.com. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have about Tesla. And subscribe if you're new. Always making a ton of fun videos. Like we said, Model 3 Performance videos are coming soon, along with that Ferrari video. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and we will see you guys in the next one. Take care.